everybody, I'm back to do my Q&A now that I've gotten enough questions. Just so y'all know, if y'all missed the video last week, I asked for some questions and we saw how this one went with, I got about 25 questions here. So I got them from all the different social medias. I got them off of my Facebook, Kameryn Sings Official, my Instagram, Kameryn Sings, and off of my YouTube here. And I also got I don't have any social medias, so we're gonna go through all of them now and answer all your questions. So let's see. Alright, my first question from Facebook was, can you play the guitar behind your neck? No, I cannot. Who was that did that again? That was Jimi Hendrix, I think, if I'm correct. And that's wild. I can't even imagine trying to do that. Like, I've tried to play guitar just switching my hands around, and that's hard enough. So I can't even imagine being a literal legend like him. My second question is, what is your favorite perfume? I don't use perfume all the time, but I have this one that's really nice. It's just a vanilla smell. I really like the smell of vanilla. But my mom, for the longest time, has always used Victoria's Secret's Strawberries and Champagne, and that smells really, really nice. It's kind of hard to get now, but it's a really nice smell, and it just smells like home to me, so I really like that smell. Alright, my first question on Instagram is, how many songs do you know from start to finish? God, I know a lot of songs from start to finish. I have a huge set list, so I'd say definitely above 50 at this point. I'd say, if you wanted a good guess, I'd probably say somewhere from 60 to 70, because I know about probably pretty close to 15 Christmas songs, and I'm going to add more this year. And I actually know some Halloween songs now from this year. So, quite a few songs, and including my own original songs. There's just a lot of songs that I know from start to finish, so I want to definitely have songs of every genre. I have country, rock, pop, not a lot of country, but I do live in Texas, so I have to have some of that. I have alternative, I have ballads, I have all kinds of different music, so yeah, I know a lot of songs. The next question was, what has been your favorite song to cover? High up there for sure has got to be Phantom by Nate Wants to Battle. That one's just such a fun mess of a song to perform, but it's really, really fun. It's very chaotic, and it's actually one of my favorite songs. What's another good one that's up there? Really, any Nate Wants to Battle song I really enjoy doing because I really like his music. But I also like ballads. Another song I really like to perform that I've covered is Everything's Alright by Laura Shikahara from the video game To the Moon. That song's absolutely gorgeous, so that's gotta be pretty high up there for me when it comes to songs that I cover, because it's just a really beautiful song. Alright, now we go to the YouTube questions. My first question off of YouTube was, how many songs have you written yourself? If you don't know, I have my album, This Is Who I Am, that has 7 songs on it. Then we also have 2 of my new songs, Change of Heart and Curse of Time, and several that are unreleased actually, so I'd say we're probably getting pretty close to 15. Those will be in the works soon. As you know, we also have songs like Hey There Mr. Detective, which we should be working on getting up soon, cross our fingers. But yeah, I've been writing a lot of music. I've had, little writer's block. It happens to everybody, but I have been writing music, so you will be getting new songs very soon. The next question was, how old were you when you did your first solo stage performance? I've been performing on stages since I was 4 really, but almost 5. My first solo stage performance I'd say would have to be when I was 5 or 6, really early. I remember the oldest one I could remember would be when I sang Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. I know I sang music before that on stage, but that's the first solo song I really remember singing very vividly. I know I also sang Christmas songs. I know one of the first Christmas songs I ever sang was Beautiful Christmas by Big Time Rush. So yeah, I would say probably 5 or maybe 6, but probably no older than that was when I started doing solo performances. The next question is, what is your favorite video game? Oh, that's a hard one. I play Overwatch a lot. I play Utano Prince Sama Shining Live on mobile a lot. That's probably my favorite mobile game. Super Smash Bros. Is really fun. I really enjoy Project Diva. That's a really nice rhythm game. Final Fantasy 15 has got to be high up there for story games, and so is Fire Emblem Three Houses. Those are both really good story games. I also, of course, enjoy Pokemon, because who doesn't enjoy Pokemon? Next one is, what is your favorite song that you've written? Right now that would have to be Hey There Mr. Detective, because that song is just such a blast to do. and I always get such good reception from it. That was the first time I wrote like a good guitar solo other than River of Feelings, which I'm working on doing again. But that was a really chaotic song, and it was the first really advanced song I started to write. And yeah, that would have to be definitely probably my favorite. But off of the album, it would probably be Colors, because I really like the guitar in that song, and I think that that's just a really good song of mine. The next question is, what song do you want to cover? There are a lot of songs. I mean, really take any Panic at the Disco song, because Brendan Urie is just such a legend. Another one I want to learn is Symbol of My Regret by Nate Wants to Battle off of the What You Want album. That one's really good. His entire new album, What You Want, is just really good. So I'd definitely say songs off of that are really good. Charlie Puth as well, he's got some really good songs. I'm actually learning a Charlie Puth song right now, so that's coming up soon. Yeah, I would say any songs by those artists, really. Any Nate Wants to Battle song I haven't done, I'm sure I'd love to learn, so if you have any suggestions of songs that you guys want me to cover, totally leave those in the comments or message me on anything, because I'm always open to suggestions. The next question from the United Nates SFM is, do you want to collab? I would love to. Anybody that wants to collab, seriously reach out to me. I would love to collaborate with y'all. Because for me, music is all about having fun and reaching out to new people and meeting new people in the industry, and I would love to do anything with anybody. So seriously, reach out to me if y'all want to do something, and we could totally work out a collab, and that'd be a ton of fun. So yeah, I would love to collab with you sometime. Now, the rest of my questions I got from texts from my friends. The next question is, what is the most challenging part about what you do and why? Motivation. It's kind of hard to keep up motivation, especially when you're busy with everything going on. As y'all know, I'm 16, so I'm still in high school, and there's a lot going on. So I would say that's probably a big part of it, but also it's just challenging yourself. It's challenging yourself and not saying that I've reached my limit. It's challenging yourself and saying, I still have higher that I can go. Because there's always times that you're going to tell yourself that I've reached my limit in my range. I can't go any higher. I can't belt this because I've never done it before. But Crazy Equals Genius is a really good example of I did not think I could belt that song like I do. And that song proved to me that I could. And when I did Ignorance by Paramore, those songs proved to me that I could strengthen up and be stronger in my vocals. And guitar, there's always something new to learn. So really probably the biggest challenge would be just telling yourself that, no, I'm not at my limit. I haven't reached my limit. I can still go further. The next question I have is, what is your least favorite and your favorite part about the industry you work in, and why? That is a deep question. My favorite part about the industry is probably just helping people, making people happy, because for me, listening to music is all about feeling better and feeling your emotions and feeling what this person was feeling when they were writing their song and connecting with the songwriter. That's why I really love song artists like Dodie, Alec Benjamin, and Nate Wants to Battle, as you know. But I really love singer-songwriters, and like Ed Sheeran's another great singer-songwriter, because when you listen to it, you can feel what they were feeling when they wrote it. And that's what I want to do. And on top of that, there are a lot of songs that are very comforting. As someone with a lot of insecurities, there are plenty of songs like Hard on Yourself by Charlie Puth or Everything's Alright by Laura Shigehara that when I listen to them, I just feel better about myself afterwards. And I want to do that for somebody. My huge motto is that if I can make even one person smile and one person happy and one person just forget about all of their life problems for just the length of my music, then I've done my job. Because all I want to do is make people happy. That was a long ramble of what I like about the industry. I guess my dislike about the industry is that it's kind of unfair sometimes. People with flaws are not as openly accepted. It's getting better, but that's still a huge problem. But that's kind of a problem in the world anyways. That if you're not the picture perfect that they want, then you aren't going to make it. But I want to be that person to show people that you don't have to be picture perfect and that you can make it. And there are plenty of men and women out there that are showing us that. And I want to see more of that. That's probably the one big thing about the industry I don't like as much, is that there are still lots of flaws that we don't see out there. And I want to see more of that. Let's see, the next one is, where do you see yourself / what do you plan on doing in the future and why? I see myself continuing to do music. I want to keep making people happy. This is the career I want to pursue. I genuinely enjoy doing music, writing songs, doing performances, seeing the crowd. One of the best things about performing is seeing the crowd smile and get happy and just feel joy, for even if it's just for that hour or two I'm performing. If it can make people happy, that's all I can possibly ask. So I see myself still doing music, definitely, for sure, and just keeping making people happy. So that's all I really want to do. The next question is, what is the best piece of life advice you could give? I'm getting asked all the deep questions over text. I would say, just keep trying. It's gonna always feel like life's gonna knock you down, and people are gonna knock you down. People are kind of the worst sometimes while also being the best. You're gonna meet people in your life that you think are amazing, and then you realize they're a bad influence on you. But you're gonna also meet people that you realize are amazing. You're also gonna meet people that are amazing, but they're hurting. You have to find out who you want to help. You gotta help people, but you also may want that help. And it's hard. Friendships are the hardest thing. But you just gotta find that you are gonna have friends. You are gonna find those amazing lifetime friends. And it's just, especially through everything going on right now, it's a hard world out there. It's pretty harsh to people with flaws, and it's pretty harsh to people that are different. But it's getting better, and you just gotta remember that everything will get better. Everything will always get better. It's not the end unless it's a happy ending. And just remember that, because everybody gets their own happy ending in the end. Next question, definitely not as deep. What is your favorite color? My favorite color would have to be cyan. Yeah, it's a shade of like blue, almost green, but it's a really pretty color, so definitely cyan. I blow a lot of people's mind with that one. Everybody's just like, oh, it's probably just blue, because I always wear blue. But no, it is specifically cyan, so if you ever find anything cyan, send it over to me. I'm sure I'd love it. The next question is, how did you know that music was your thing? Well, I have a funny story actually about that one. When I was really young, my mom and dad have a video of it. We had this little toy piano, and my mom would just sit down, and she was a musician, so she'd just start playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on this piano, and I'd sing along with her. And as soon as I'd finish it, I'd shout out, "One more again!" And I'd keep doing it over and over and over and over again. I mean, I'm sure they got annoyed playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star so much, but I genuinely really enjoyed doing it. And I mean, I got into acting early on in my life, and then one of my friends said they were in choir, so I joined the choir. And I just really learned early on that music was a big part of my life. It influenced how I was, it influenced how I felt, and I wanted to be that person for people. I wanted to help them feel better. So I learned really early on that music was my thing, because I was born a musician, I think. My next question is, what inspires most of your music? For me, it's insecurities a lot of the time. I know I keep mentioning those, but every teenager goes through it. You'll have insecurities about who you are, or how you feel about yourself, or how you look. And I keep repeating this point, but I always really want to help people feel better. I want to help people like me feel like their flaws don't matter. So songs like This Is Who I Am, Flaws in Our Scars, and Behind the Scenes, those are all just insecurities and working past them. And they are proof that you can work past your insecurities and that things will get better as long as you just work past it. I also get a lot of inspiration from video games. If you don't know, Become Human and Colors are both about, I almost said Become Human, Detroit Become Human, which is a fantastic game, by the way, and definitely up there for me. And Hope and Despair and Hey There, Mr. Detective are both about Danganronpa, which is another game that's up there. So I write a lot of songs about games. Outside These Walls is about the anime Attack on Titan. So I get inspiration from just about anything, but especially recently, a lot of my songs have been written about insecurities. How do you come up with your music? I just kind of sit around, and if I want to write a song about a game, normally it just strikes me in the middle of a game that I'm like, oh, I relate to this character, because in Detroit I relate to Marcus, and I relate to Connor in ways, and I don't relate to Nagito or Kokichi, they were just fun. But Armin from Attack on Titan, I relate to characters, and I go, I could write a song about this. Again, unless you're Hope and Despair, Hey There, Mr. Detective, I just had a really good vibe. But sometimes it just hits me, and I'll have this melody in my head. So with Hey There, Mr. Detective, I would just hear the that started running through my head, so I'd immediately record it, put it down, write down lyrics, and that's my huge thing, is whenever I hear lyrics in my head, I'm pulling out my phone or tablet or whatever I have near me to write them down. With Insecurities, it's a lot of the times my songs will come out of crying or tears. Flaws in Our Scars, that song specifically came from a night of me crying, and I wrote that entire song out that night. And it's just that the worst times of your life are surprisingly the best times to songwrite, because songwriting for me is very therapeutic. It makes me feel better, and it makes me feel like I can get all my emotions out. And it's kind of like a way to vent everything out. So for me, songwriting is therapeutic, and it just kind of comes to me. It hits me. The next question is, what is your favorite type of goldfish? The living ones, you know, like the ones that are like swimming around. I have a fish tank, the ones that swim around, you know? No, but I miss the chocolate ones. I don't know why they stopped making those. They started making the s'mores ones, and they have the chocolate ones in them, but I don't like the marshmallows in those. So it'd probably have to be the pretzel goldfish. I really like those, but I miss the chocolate goldfish. Goldfish, if you're listening, please. Chocolate goldfish, please. But the extra cheese and pretzel ones are pretty good too, mostly because I like pretzels. What is your favorite pastime? I play guitar a lot. I sing a lot. I sing in the car, watching TV, but I really like playing video games, once again. So playing video games is definitely fun. If I'm angry, I play Overwatch so that I can vent my anger onto others by killing them. But yeah, playing video games and singing, playing guitar, all that stuff. Have you ever dyed your hair before / believe in the future? I am brunette, and my hair is currently a lot blonde, so I bleached my hair with blonde highlights. This is the second time I've done this. And a couple months ago, I dyed the tips of my hair blue, but it just didn't stick. But I may try to do that again in the future. So I have dyed my hair before, and I would like to do it again. What kind of music do you listen to? I listen to basically everything. My liked songs on Spotify are in early 2000. Like, I listen to a lot of music. Some good artists I would suggest are Alec Benjamin, Dodie, Nate Wants to Battle, Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, Charlie Puth. I've really been into him recently. Ed Sheeran, of course. Yeah, listen to just about anything. I've been listening to Nico Collins recently too. There's just a lot of really good music out there. I listen to rock, a lot of edgy music. I will admit that is my taste. Pop music, electronic music is really good too. Jordan Marin, you may know him as Captain Sparkles. He actually released some good electronic tracks, so I'd suggest him too. Yeah, I listen to just about anything though. I'll really listen to anything you send my way. What is your favorite TV show? Okay, that's a good question. Are we counting anime? Because if you're counting anime, I would say Kuroko no Basket or Attack on Titan. But if we're talking about TV shows, I would say I really like Manifest. That is an amazing TV show, and I'm excited for season 3. Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist is also amazing, and that's getting a season 2 very soon, and I'm super excited for that. I also watch Days of Our Lives every day with my mom. If you've never heard of that, it's a soap opera. I never thought I would be 16 and watching a soap opera, but she's been watching it since she was a little kid, and now I am too. That is an experience. It's fun. It's fun following that story. But yeah, Manifest, Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, and Days of Our Lives. What's your favorite book? I haven't read that many books, truthfully. I really like the fairy tale series. I own like the first 7 manga to fairy tale. The School of Good and Evil is good. I like that series. Yeah, those will probably have to be my favorites right now. There are a couple other good mangas I've read. The Bad and Night manga is good. The Acute manga is an entire mess, but it's good. Yeah, those will probably be pretty high up there. What are your thoughts on mixed matched socks? As somebody who doesn't wear socks unless she has to, go for it. You know, I used to do that all the time, really. I just don't wear as many wacky socks anymore, but I have nothing against it. Why not? Have fun with it. Have fun with those horrible socks you must wear on your feet. I'm sorry, I'm a sandals person. And our last question is, where can you buy Kameryn Sings merch? You can buy Kameryn Sings merch online at KamerynSings.com. And at any of my performances, we are selling merch. We have t-shirts, we have physical CDs of This Is Who I Am, we have water bottles, we have hats, we have all sorts of merch, so definitely check it out. Once again, that is KamerynSings.com. Thank you guys so much for asking me a bunch of questions. I still can't believe that we've reached 100 subscribers on this channel. It's been a crazy journey, but seriously, I cannot thank you guys enough. So thank y'all once again. If y'all want to find me anywhere else and stay updated on upcoming performances, you guys can follow me anywhere on social media. Instagram and Twitter are Kameryn Sings, and Facebook is Kameryn Sings Official. And I will see y'all again soon. Thank you. Bye!